Lawrence O'Donnell's here.
Yeah, we've got some things under review, as we say at this hour.
Under review.
And by the way, Rupert Murdoch 1 year ago was tweeting that Donald Trump should get out of the race and stop embarrassing himself and his family.
How did that work out?
Based on the John McCain comments.
Yeah. It's, you know, the conservative media and the conservative movement have become two different playing chips on the same monopoly board at this point, and I have no idea how that's going to go through the election. But Lawrence, you have been looking at factual assertions.
We just heard Kelly O'Donnell talk to that Utah delegate who said what she liked about it tonight, the Trump speech, was what she liked about it is it wasn't the stuff of normal politicians. She said, quote, she's tired of sound bites and slick politicians. Well, there were a lot of sound bites and some very slick maneuvering in this speech. Let's listen first to what Donald Trump said about violent crime in this country. It's where the speech began.
I have a message for all of you. The crime and violence that today afflicts our nation will soon, and I mean very soon, come to an end.
How slick is that? That is the first politician in history to claim that crime will end. No more crime, it'll end. Now, what he means, we're going to have to assume, is decline. It'll be reduced. Of course, it has already been reduced dramatically. While our population has increased almost 100 million people since the Reagan era, the crime rate under President Obama is lower than under any previous president going back through Republican presidents, including Ronald Reagan, dramatically lower. He very specifically, by the way, mentioned police officers killed in the line of duty on everyone's mind this summer, as it should be. And what he doesn't seem to know is that police officers killed in the line of duty, on average, in a year during the Obama presidency, is a much lower number than any previous presidency. And this, by the way, though, was the very first presidential nominating speech to talk about that issue, to even talk about people killed by police or police killed in the line of duty. There's a really big, glaring omission in this speech. Let's listen to Donald Trump talk about the border wall with Mexico.
We are going to build a great border wall to stop illegal immigration, to stop the gangs and the violence, and to stop the drugs from pouring into our communities.
We are going to build it sounds to me like the Public Works Committee of the House and the Senate, because he never said Mexico is going to pay for it. And that crowd, possibly instructed by whips, never started to chant Mexico is going to pay for it, as they always do at Trump rallies. This is a major pivot on one particular policy anyway. Absolutely no claim, no suggestion, no hint that Mexico will pay for it. I don't know if we're going to hear him mention the idea of Mexico paying for it again. Of course, everyone knows that was never going to happen. Now Donald Trump seems to know. Another very, very big item here that he talked about, immigration, and an omission here, or a change. Let's listen to what he said.
We must immediately suspend immigration from any nation that has been compromised by terrorism until such time as proven vetting mechanisms have been put in place. We don't want them in our country.
You did not hear the word Muslim in there. If that was the statement he made, instead of the statement he made the night months ago when he walked out and announced that he was going to ban the entry of Muslims, it would have been greeted very differently, because this particular phrasing of it fits within constitutional limits as we understand it. There are things that you can do to restrict immigration from geographical areas. You cannot possibly limit it on the basis of religion, which he did do. We would need a very long time to go through all of the economic stuff here. The shorthand version of it is, the speech was basically, I'm going to do the biggest tax cut in history. I'm going to increase spending like no president prior to me in recent times. Therefore, dramatically increase the national debt beyond any calculation at this point. He says he's going to build roads. He's going to rebuild the military. He's going to fix the TSA. You fix the TSA by hiring people. That's spending money. And as I say, he's talking about the biggest tax cut, massive tax cut for the rich. And so no ability to finance the things he's talking about out of government revenues. Massive, massive deficit spending was proposed in this speech tonight.
Lawrence O'Donnell with all the items under review. And as you point out, we could keep going.
I could do another hour. I might do another hour tomorrow night at, say, 10 o'clock on my show on this very subject.
Okay.
That's amazing. Lawrence, that's spectacularly well done.